Hello, and welcome to our coding snapshot on newborn coding. You want to refer to this Chapter 16, Specific Coding Guidelines, Conditions in the Perinatal Period. This section ranges from P00 to P96, and the perinatal period is defined as before birth until 28 days following delivery. I want to focus on Coding Guideline 2A, the principal diagnosis for the birth record. Assign a code from category Z38 for the birth of a newborn. So when a baby is born, regardless of whether the baby is born premature or full term, the principal diagnoses will always be a code from category Z38. Assign the code only to the newborn record. You never assign category Z38 to the mother's chart. This code is only reserved for the newborn. You can only assign category Z38 only once. So if a baby is born premature and they're transferred to another facility, to a NICU unit, the transferring hospital cannot use category Z38. It's only used at the birthplace of the newborn. Let's look at this little flow chart to help you understand this process. The baby is born in the hospital. You're going to assign a code from category Z30 to Z39. Is the baby less than 28 days old? If the answer is yes, you are still going to assign the principal diagnoses from this category, but you're also going to assign any additional codes during that perinatal period. If the answer is no, again, the principal diagnosis isn't going to change. It's still going to be a code from category Z30 to Z39. And you're going to code additional diagnoses as community acquired unless it's documented as congenital. And what I mean by community acquired, this would be any condition that the baby developed that's not a congenital condition. For example, a UTI would be an example. We come back here to the diagram. If you're uncertain regarding the baby's age, you want to query the physician to determine if the condition is community acquired or whether it was during the perinatal period. Let's look at this coding snapshot example. We've got a single full-term live-born infant. They were born vaginally in the hospital. We go to the alphabetical index in our ITCM coding manual. We go to our main term in the index, newborn. And you see here these terms in parentheses, infant, live-born, and singleton. Anytime you see terms in parentheses, these are referred to as non-essential modifiers, and their presence here is not going to affect code assignment. And we see here a code Z38.2. This indicates that the baby was not born in the hospital. We don't know where the baby was born. That's not the case here. It was born in the hospital. So we want to drill down further under newborn and born in the hospital. And we see here Z38.00. We now go to our tabular list to confirm. And we look at this. We see to the left of Z38.0, it says check fifth character. It says single live-born infant born in the hospital. The fourth character here denotes the place of birth in the hospital. The fifth character denotes the type of delivery, in this case vaginal. So in this case, we've got Z38.00, single live-born infant delivered vaginally. Let's look at this snapshot example. We have a single full-term live-born born via C-section in the hospital, but they were born with jaundice, which would be a congenital or perinatal condition. So we go back to our alphabetical index. We go to the term newborn, and you see here the same non-essential modifiers, and you see code Z38.2, but we have more specific documentation, the type of delivery, and where this baby was born. So we drill down further to born in the hospital, Z38.00, but they had a C-section. They were delivered by a C-section. So you see here by C-section Z38.01. We now go to our tabular list to verify the code. We see here check 5th digit, and we said earlier that we have to have 5 characters for this code. This is single live-born infant born in the hospital. And we see here the .1 denotes the type of delivery, the method, C-section. So Z38.01, born in a hospital by C-section. We also have to code the jaundice, the perinatal condition. We went to jaundice, newborn, P59.9, and this is our correct sequence. Remember that category Z38 is always going to be principal. Let's review a couple coding snapshots about newborn coding. Category Z38 classifies the place of birth, delivery type, whether it was a single or multiple birth. It's never assigned on the mother's chart. It's always going to be the principal diagnoses. It can only be used once, and if a baby is transferred to another facility, that transferring facility cannot use category Z38. I hope you have found this newborn coding snapshot helpful.